What's up, guys? Coming at y'all here with another install slash unboxing video. So this right here is a new line output converter for the Altima. We're using this in the Altima. I'm going to try this before I switch to an aftermarket head unit, which I am, but this was just cheap. It was only 50 bucks rather than paying like $200+ for a head unit and wiring kit and all of that. I still have all of that to buy, but this is what I wanted now because it's just irritating how that bass just sounds in there right now. Hopefully this will make it sound a little bit better. I have experience with this. I did install this in someone's vehicle before and it actually sounded great, but I didn't record it, so that's why we are going to basically, I'm gonna show y'all right now what it's going to sound like and what comes in the box. So here's the model number right there, GR-DBE. This is pretty much equivalent to the audio control high to low converter that they have, that has the ACU bass and all of that built into it, but I can't think of the actual number on it right now, but I know it's like LOC or something like that. I can't think of the part number, but this will be basically equivalent to that, and this is probably, I want to say, maybe like a good $50 to $60 cheaper. So you're definitely going to want to check this out if you're looking to do the same thing that I'm doing. But without further ado, inside the box, owner's manual. But I don't think anybody reads owner's manuals from anything these days. But here's the specs right here. It says 400 watts per channel at 4 ohms. If y'all want to just read through all of this, you can pause the video now. I'm not going to read through all of it because a lot of it isn't relevant to what we're doing, but this is the owner manual for it. Right here it does come with a bass control knob or a level control knob right here, and I'm just going to add this on to my collection of level control knobs that I'm never going to use. But this right here won't be used in this build, unfortunately. Comes with some screws, but we're going to be running the bass remote for the Gravity amp that were in there. I know that y'all noticed that I've been using a lot of Gravity products lately, and that's because like I'm really impressed by their products, from the equalizer to that amp that I bought to the next thing I want to buy, try out, are some of their subs and speakers to see how they sound. But I think Gravity might be my secondary brand when it comes to things. I don't know if they make head units or anything. If they make head units, someone let me know down in the comments. But they're basically a cheap eBay brand, and they haven't let me down yet. So definitely want to let y'all know on how this high to low converter is. Trying to get it out of here. It's like, there we go. Here it is right here. Let me take it out of the plastic real quick. Alright guys, this is the top of it, and we're just going to go over everything that's on top. Then I'm going to show y'all the ports and everything on the side. But this thing is very, very small. I don't know what I can have to compare it to. I have a little light from Harbor Freight, if anybody knows about these lights, but this right here is basically size comparison, just a little bit bigger. So this doesn't take up a whole lot of space if you're thinking about getting one of these. And this is size difference compared to my hand. It's literally just smaller than my hand. So this is definitely something that won't take a lot of space in the trunk if you have an amp rack or amp board back there. So definitely want to consider something like this. But it's a 2-channel line output digital bass enhancer. You could do bass output and main output. This is for like if you want to hook up like a 4-channel or a 2-channel amp right here. That's what that's for, and you'll have to of course get the pigtails that'll split it off into 4, but we're not doing that in this video. Maybe I'll add a 4-channel to her car at some point, and I'll show y'all how to do that. And if this is even still in there when I do that, I'll show y'all how to do that as well. But the bass output is what we're going to be using, because the bass output utilizes these controls down here: bass level and bass enhancer. I'm really curious in this bass enhancer because that one that I have in the car right now, I can't pinpoint if what's going bad, if it's the high to low converter or the bass the bass machine that I have in there. That's the name of it. It's called a bass machine. So I'm probably going to remove that, probably bring that in here, put that on my bench for some further testing to see if there's anything wrong basically with that. But this should fix all my issues right here. But that's short little description on why I'm definitely going to be using this for the bass level and bass enhancer, because this is pretty much just like the AccuBass on the audio control unit, but there's also has an auto on feature, but I'm not going to be using the auto on. I'm probably going to bypass it so that way it can work off remote. I don't need it to work on auto on at all. But it has ground, 12 volt, remote in, and remote out. So if you were to use the auto on, it has a spot for you to do a remote out for your amplifier, so that way you don't have to worry about trying to tap in somewhere to basically get signal to turn the amp on. Bass remote, that's pretty much where the bass knob gets plugged in, and then that's where your speaker inputs go. So we're gonna look at the sides. These are like, I forget the name of these style connectors, but you can pull these off, unscrew these screws, put the wires in, then put the screw or plug this right back in, and that's basically, these are both the exact same. And if you buy one of these, you don't have to worry about mixing these up. They're the exact same. You just have to make sure you know your own wiring. But this little switch right here, this is basically I can't remember what they call this, but this is pretty much like a little it's like a paper clip in sense, and pretty much you hook it on. There's 4 prongs here, and right now it looks like it's on the bypass mode, which I'm going to leave it there. But this is basically what triggers it to come on automatically or not. So you would either put it right here, leave it right here where it's at if you don't want it to turn on automatically, or you will put it on, take this off and put it on the other 2 prongs for it to turn on automatically when it senses signal from the speakers. But on this side we have, this is basically where your RCAs come out at, your bass and your main output. Like I told y'all, we'll be using the bass output on this, and this is what the underside looks like. It looks like literally like a mini amplifier. But without further ado, guys, we're going to get the disconnecting that old high to low converter in there, and I'm going to hook this up and we're going to see how it all sounds together. Alright guys, so we about to put this in. What I'm going to do is, to make my life easier, I'm going to just pull this 18 out instead of working around it. So I'm about to pull that out along with everything else she has in the trunk of this car. So pull all that out real quick, and as y'all know, I basically got my little IO board right there. So you're going to see me hook that up real quick and then put everything back in, and then we're going to be doing a test listen. Before I switch everything out, I want to give y'all a quick listen, basically to show y'all basically what I'm dealing with when it comes to the sub in here, show y'all how loud it gets and what I'm not liking about it. So I'm pretty much going to play the same song that I played in that last video when I demonstrated, when I put the 18 in here. So I'm going to put that song on, and I'm going to basically show y'all how it sounds in here, and hopefully there's a difference. Have it playing off my tablet right here, volume's at 100. Turn this up. Oh yeah, disclaimer before I turn it all the way up, that sound y'all hearing, one of the 6x9s in the back is going out. I am going to have some new ones coming in the mail soon, but this is what it's just going to sound like for now. I may even disconnect it. It's like barely any output, really. I have the gains and everything set right and all of that. Only thing that can lead me to this, it's a brand new amp in here. Alright guys, I know that wasn't too much of a good demonstration, but that sound of that 6x9 was really irritating me, so I just turned it off. I'm probably going to disconnect it before I get to the testing process of this, but pretty much like barely any output, brand new amp, brand new 18, everything like at the amp and all of that's perfect. So only thing that could lead me to believe is this cheap high to low converter that I have in here. And like I said, I've used this Gravity one before in someone else's car and it sounded amazing. So I'm going to try to put it in here, see how it sounds, and hopefully it sounds a whole lot better than this one. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can show y'all the brand of the one that I have in here. Yep, right there, it's a Amazon one recoil, but I'm about to take that out and we're gonna hook up this Gravity one. because that one's an actual active one and it restores bass. So, and we won't need that that bass restore that I have in there on the RCAs before the amp. So I'll take that out, and I'll probably, like I said, I'll have some testing to do on that. But guys, here's the high to low converter I took out. Recoil. This is like the Amazon brand, and honestly, like, it does the job, but it just wasn't sounding good enough for me. So this is basically what we're going to be removing, and I'm about to grab the Gravity unit, mount it down, and get ready to wire that up, and pretty soon we'll be hearing how it sounds. Slight change of plans. Since I plan on removing this, I'm actually just going to mount this right here. That way, if I ever need to adjust it, I don't have to pop the trunk or anything. I could just fold the seat down and get to the controls of it right here. So I'm about to get ready to remove this, mount this pretty much in this same location where this is at, and I'm going to be able to use the same wires for the power, ground, and ignition for this. So I won't have to run any new wires. The only thing I do have to run is the feed from the speakers from over there, which y'all pretty much see. I got the new speaker wire on it. It's going to come all the way down over here, and it's going to hook into here. So now I'm finally finished, guys. Here's basically size comparison from the old one to the new one. I did do a test listen, and it's definitely a night and day difference. So there was probably something going wrong with this recoil high to low converter, but it's definitely a night and day difference. Even though it's still only on at 1000 watts, so it's still not too loud, but it's a night and day difference. It sounds like it's finally getting all the full power that it should be getting. And now, guys, I'm about to show y'all how it sounds. I'm going to play the same song that I played already, and guys, y'all just gotta hear how this sounds. Start it up, connect to the Bluetooth on there. Hold up. All right, guys, we're about to give it a test listen, but before I even go any further, I do want to show y'all I did run the bass knob in here, and it does work. Right now I have it turned all the way down. She's been asking me to put this in here, so I finally put this in here for her, and now I'm about to turn it up and see how it sounds. Press play. Oh, press play. Definitely a night and day difference. It sounds so much better like this. I'll turn that down, guys. Turn the car off. Definitely let me know what y'all think about this. It definitely sounds way better than what it did before, guys. So leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video.